water boil advisory is in place in the town of Ely, forcing schools and businesses to close today. The decision comes after a water main break this week that impacted the city's water quality. Northern News Now's Michaela Wrench spoke with emergency medical services and city officials about what's being done to get safe water back into homes and businesses.
Traffic may be flowing down Sheridan Street Wednesday, but issues underneath the street are causing headaches for homeowners and businesses. The city of Ely currently has a boil advisory in place because the city's drinking water is not safe. Mayor Heidi Omerza says schools and businesses were forced to close their doors because of it. This comes after city crews were making repairs to a line near the 300 block of Sheridan Street West when a valve came off the line, causing a water main break.
Well, this is not an uncommon thing in the city of Ely. In the wintertime, it's a frequent occurrence, and it happens when you have aging infrastructure.
When things like this happen, essential workers have a plan in place.
We make sure that when we plan for situations like this, that we have the appropriate staff and that we have the appropriate supplies and capabilities.
Patty Banks is the CEO of Ely Bloomington Community Hospital. She says that the city and fire department can tap into a reserve water supply so the community can continue to operate businesses in critical areas.
We know it's important for the community and the region to, to continue to function as a hospital. They depend on us.
Banks says they haven't seen any patients reporting issues about their water, but that still doesn't mean it's safe to drink. The Minnesota Department of Health is currently testing water samples, and the city hopes to have an answer on whether or not the water is safe to drink soon.
Fingers crossed, we will be able to drink water like we normally do. Until then, we recommend drinking water from bottles.
In Ely, Michaela Wrench, Northern News Now.
Michaela, thank you. The mayor says the school plans to open back up tomorrow, and they're prepared to provide bottled water for students and staff. Now, test results from the State Health Department are also expected tomorrow.